Alright there, guys. Welcome back to another video at Danz, where I should be doing fucking vlogs. Fucking school teachers and faculty are fucking retarded. Because they let these kids out at weird, out for recess at weird fucking times. What I like to call, don't care. It's like, why fucking let these kids out? They should be doing 2 waves at once, fourth and, third, fourth, and fifth, or, let's say, yeah, they should be doing third, fourth, and fifth at one wave, and then kindergarten, first and second on the second wave. So then that should put them in at around 1:30. So then that means I can get out here at about 1:30. If they do lunch between, for the second wave between 12 and 1, or recess between 12 and 1 for kindergarten, first and second, because then that means, or they do lunch first, and then they do, the first wave first, and then first wave first, which would be like, actually, let's make kindergarten first and second, first wave. So then you do lunch for them first, and then you put third, fourth, and fifth out for recess. So then, that'll be at 11 to 12 for first wave recess, first wave lunch. And then, so then the first wave for recess will go in for lunch at 12. First wave for lunch will come out at 12 for recess. And then when second wave is done for lunch, second wave should be going in for, the rest of school. Should be the same way for lunch too. They should be, doing so much in like 2 hours. You could have so many kids tired out, wore out, from playing, and then go and eat lunch or whatever, and then do blah, blah, blah. So then that means I'll have time to come out, to sneak up here, get a vlog in, get out of here, and all of a sudden school's done. It's fucking stupid. How they do it. It's fucking stupid. Should have fucking uploaded the tech deck videos I shot, over the summer, but I didn't because I needed to let my computer charge. It's a fucking ball down in the woods. But hey, like I said, I'm not one to fucking run a school. If I ran a school, that's how I'd do it. While the first wave of kids are eating lunch, the other half, which would be half the school, So half the school, which would be wave 1, will be eating lunch. The second half of the school, which would be wave 1 for recess, will be out here. And then when they go, the first wave goes comes out, second, first wave for recess is going in. Which I can't control any of that because I don't run any of that shit, so. All right. So let's see if I can find it from up here. I know it's right over there on the other side of the creek. So if you guys remember me going to abandoned camps for the homeless people, there's a tower, the electrical tower for the power lines. It's like right back in there. It's right back in there. When I went back here that one day, quite a few years ago with Corey, obviously this is over the summer, and my mom had to work, and my dad, it was over the weekend. I remember that. It just, between what years in school, I think it was between like freshman and sophomore year, I think it was. And it was obviously, like I said, over the summer, and it was over the weekend. And I told my dad that I was planning on, that I was talking with Corey throughout the week, that, we were planning on meeting up, me and him. And my dad's like, okay, just let me know what happens. I said, okay. And I texted him the night before we planned on meeting. And I was like, hey, are we still on for tomorrow? He's like, yeah, what time are you thinking? I said, no, maybe 12:30, 1 o'clock. He was like, 12:30 around there works. I was like, okay, that works with me. So we met up. We planned to meet up at such and such a place. I forget where. And we planned on walking where the tracks were here. Where I did that one vlog, whatever day it was. Because he said he had a hangout that him and his friends went to. Would always go to, and he was going to take me there. I was like, okay, how far is it? He's like, not too terribly far, maybe half mile to a mile down. And I was like, okay, that doesn't sound too bad if we're biking. And so we planned on going there. And we get probably to just about behind the big baseball diamond where I normally do some of my vlogs if I have to go down there. And we just got a little bit further than the diamond. So we got, if you guys remember me going down to where that tent was in the woods back there behind the big diamond, we got to probably about there. And all of a sudden my phone rings because I think I had my dumb phone yet. So my phone rings. It's my dad. And he's like, hey, you should probably start thinking about coming back. Your mom's going to be getting home pretty relatively soon. I was like, all right, what time? I was like, okay, what time is he? He's like, because my mom worked at Baycom yet. And she's done at 2. And it's probably about 1:45. I was like, okay. So I was like, all right, me and Corey are going to walk back to close to relatively where we met. And we'll split from there. He's like, where are you? I said, we're down in Baird's right now. He's like, oh, okay. So he's like, just hurry up, get back before your mom gets home, because it'd take, that was at, like I said, around 1:45, closer to 2 maybe. So I had, well, let's just say 1:45, because then I'd have 15 minutes to walk back down, because we went, like I said, down here, where the tracks were here. And we walked back this way to where that opening is, over here where I'm pointing. My phone will focus here. Right there. We walked there, and I said, dude, I'm going to go up here. Danz is right here. I'll go up this way, and I'll just jump on my bike when I get onto the blacktop, and then I'll be gone. I was like, why don't you come out this way too and just follow me out, and I can tell you what way that you got to go. Because he lived at the time off Lime Kiln. I said, okay. So, I tell him when we get to the front of the school, I say, this is Baston here. He's like, okay. I'll say, take a right, go to Danz. Take Danz to where it turns into Bader up by Preble. Then take Bader to Mason, then Mason to Main, and then take a right by Walgreens, because like I said, he lived off of Lime Kiln. So you would have to take a right onto Mason, and then take a right onto Mason, take Mason to Main, then turn right on Main, and then go down to the street, which would have been like 2 blocks from the main Mason intersection. Or whatever it was, I forget. And I told him, let me know when you get home, because then I don't have to fucking worry about you. He's like, okay, whatever. And I got home before he did, because I live closer to here than he does. I mean, more so now than... No, he still lives pretty far out yet, because he lives across the street from Walmart. Walmart East in Green Bay. But it's probably, I want to say, about the same distance. So, then he's like, my dad's like, well, what'd you guys do? I said, we just went down to Baird's, hung out, and just acted like a couple of kids. We just acted dumb. Dad's like, oh, okay. How far down did you guys go on Baird's? I said, we just went on section between Danz and whatever street that is, right after railroad tracks on that cross Danz. He's like, okay, we're on that section there. On that section of concrete trail behind Danz. He's like, okay, yeah, I know where you're talking. And so, but anyway, guys, I'd figure I'd do a little bit of a longer video today, because I had a weird day yesterday, and I know I did the vlog yesterday. That was at... Shit, where did I do that? I think that was here. So, but anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.